Ilmeg, the Fairy Kingdom. Thancred is trying to think his way out of the present predicament. As it stands, we cannot hope to find the way to Urianger. For that, we must convince the pixies to lift the spell, to stop playing with us. From what I could make of the voices, the creatures want to play with us. If that is the case, they should permit us to find their village. Lita Loren? Lord only knows. This is probably based off of like some, you know, Gaelic or something like that. I have no idea how to pronounce it, but I'm going to go with Lita Loren, or the LR back to back almost seems like the L would be silent, maybe. I don't know. Come. I have a sneaking suspicion this path will lead us directly into their midst. Oh, and I should mention that Minfilia has been informed of our situation, of the different worlds and our mission. You may consider her an ally. I want to know when Reen is going to become a, like a full-on scion, like basically get to the source. And although as it goes, I mean, if Reen does, then presumably Gaia would come with, which I have no issue with. But I actually imagine they're probably going to be involved in whatever presumably side story is going to be dealing with the 13th. At least, you know, for now. Like, that'll be their immediate thing, and then after that, maybe. Oh, so everybody's split up. We got Alfie over here. The sense of disorientation is quite overwhelming. I cannot take a dozen steps without forgetting whence we came. Is Alize back over here? Or... not here. There's Reen. Or Minfilia. There was a plant which might help us. Oh, yeah, there was a plant which might help us. If only I could remember what it looked like. Okay, so Alize isn't here. She's got to be somewhere. Oh, there she is. Jeez. There's not a soul in sight, yet I feel eyes all over us. Well, let me just talk to Thancred and move this along then, shall we? Well, here we are, yet the pixies are nowhere to be seen. Knowing them, their games have already begun, in which case... Lavenza, there's a variety of plant native to these parts with a distinctive furled tip. Looking grass is its name. So called because it can be used to spy pixies, believe it or not. I'll explain how I know all of this later, but first, I need you to help me find some. Oh, if a voice calls to you, under no circumstances should you respond. You will only subject yourself to further mischief. I would almost think, I mean, I would think either way, like you're going to be dealing with mischief, but I would think not responding would just frustrate them and cause them to get, add a little bit more malice to that mischief. You search the scrub, but find something but find nothing. Jeez, how did I? But find nothing resembling looking grass. Suddenly, a voice rings out. What is it that you seek, child? Perhaps I can help you find it. What will you say? I'm searching for looking grass. Just don't respond. Such a rude child, and too clever by half. I shall seek my fun elsewhere. Searching the scrub, you find what appears to be looking grass. Suddenly a voice rings out. Oh, a visitor. Where are you from, pray tell? Perhaps this one's hard of hearing. Ahem, what brings you here? Ugh, stone deaf, how boring. Still, picking plants at our village is as good as indulging in our hospitality. And who are we to turn you away? Hee. Stay a while. Stay forever. Your body begins to feel heavy. Lovely. Ooh. Even slowed while mounted. Still, it's faster, I would assume. I take it you met with some trouble. Apologies for subjecting you to that. Can I assume from your presence that you managed to find us some looking grass? Looking grass. Possessed of a furrowed tip, this peculiar plant can apparently be used to see hidden pixies. Yes, this is the stuff. Thus armed, we should be able to see through the pixies' veil of invisibility, and seeing them is the first step to dealing with them. Come, let's gather everyone and put Urianger's little trick to good use.
Farasitha, Krakleth.
I've found you. The game is over.
No! We are found! How did this mortal know our trick?
Wait! I recognize their souls. These two have been here before.
Look! Twins! How adorable!
Aww!
Lee, with us!
We have neither the time nor inclination to play. We have come to see Urianger.
Oh yes, Urianger, the peculiar one. In return for a place in Elmeg, he agreed to a riddle contest with us for 7 days and 7 nights without any sleep.
Oh, that was so much fun! We must do it again!
I'm sure he'd be delighted. Now, if you'd be so kind as to lift your spell.
Shall we?
Should we?
Would we?
What now?
I don't know, but this is their home, so we must indulge them.
Right Right, we've made up our minds. We will lift our spell on one condition, that you first lend us a helping hand. Or 2, or 3. Once you've helped solve all of our troubles, we'll let you see Urianger, Pixie's honor.
Well, there you have it. Pixie chores. I suggest we split up.
Every new group of people you meet are always going to ask you to do menial tasks for them before they'll ingratiate themselves to you. So interestingly, I while watching Quasi's playthrough of Shadowbringers, I saw him get to the point when you have to choose between Alphino and Alisaie, and he was able to pick up both. So obviously it confirmed it's a new game plus thing where you can only do one at a time. So I'm sure I'll be able to only pick up one of these at a time as well. Sulin's request. Sulin aches for your attention. Oh, look at me. I have a task for you. Lidoran is our beloved village, and we want it to always look lovely. And it can't look lovely without flowers blooming, and no flowers bloom lovelier than Everblooms. So here are some Everbloom seeds. Take them and sow them here, there, and everywhere around the village. Simple as a dimple, yes? Yeah, I don't... See, quests like these, I have a feeling... You know, since they're small little menial tasks, there's no reason why you couldn't pick them all up. But this has obviously got to be like a technical limitation of the New Game Plus system. It's probably in the event that you choose to suspend it in the middle of it. They only register one quest at a time. Oh, I don't know why I'm actually going to the quest giver that I can't actually pick up. But yeah, in this case, like, chances are each of these quests that I have to do is going to take me to a lot of the similar places. So it would be nice to just pick up everything at once. These seeds will grow into an enchanted grass that, true to its name, produces ever-blooming flowers. Helping us grow flowers, are you? They'll make this house look so much lovelier. There used to be a city of mortals here, a great big bustling place called Verbert or Bervert or some such. But the Sin Eaters came and everyone disappeared. Since then, we pixies have been living here, and we've given the old houses our touch. Lovely, don't you think? It got me thinking, I wonder how the pixies and the Fae in general have dealt with the Sin Eaters. Because at least as of yet, you know, not seeing any particular apprehension or fear concerning the Sin Eaters. Well then, continuing on. Now I've actually got like pixies in my vision from that. Oh, I can't wait for the flowers to bloom. Perhaps I'll make pretty curtains out of them. You're done sowing the seeds? Thank you. This shall help Lidoren live up to its name, which means flower house, in case you weren't aware. Oh, interesting. Clearly something I'd forgotten. We weren't always here, you know. We used to live deep in a lush forest. It was beautiful beyond compare, but almost all of it was swallowed up by the light. Oh. For a while we roamed, but eventually we found a place that men had abandoned. Together with our fellow Fae folk, we decided to make it our new home. The land of everlasting spring, this is our home, and it could be yours too. Forever and ever and ever. It just got me thinking, it would be cool if they did. Really, I think I'd like to see an expansion where they come back to the first after, you know, the empty is grown back and everything. And, you know, maybe this forest they're from grows back and, you know, there's, you know, pixies have re-established it and all that. And I say I would prefer it in an expansion just because an expansion would actually, you know, they would take the time to, like, build up everything, as opposed to if they did it in side content, you might get, like, a zone versus, obviously, many. Thinking like owl, like fowl. Or it could be ol, like soul. I'll go with ol Segun's plea. Ol Segun, thirst for your kindness. Mortal, mortal, hear my plea. Our precious children are thirsty, and I need you to bring them water. Who are our children, you ask? Why, they're the leaf men you see standing about our village. Adorable, aren't they? Now, you'll need to go to Longmere Lake to draw the water. Once you have it, see that our children have a good drenching. Oh, but be warned. The Fuath make their home in the lake. They tend to play rough, so have care. Oh, the people have moved around. If the pixies offer to take you somewhere, take them up on it at your peril. That's the very first thing Urianger J taught me. I'm actually curious where the rest of them are now. So long as we are in their realm, we must expect to be subjected to the fairies' mischief. Indeed, Minfilia and I have experienced more than our fair share of it. From the harmless to the downright murderous, we've seen it all. Reasons notwithstanding, to live here for as long as Urianger J has requires no small amount of forbearance. In that regard, he is a better man than I. So now we're looking for the twins, right? Oh, they're both here. I was asked to retrieve a garland from a tree branch. The wind blew it there, the pixie claimed. Questionable premise aside, the dragoon's jump would have been useful for this task. Always got Estinian on his mind, huh? So I'm supposed to bring them a plank of wood that has no wood grain. I'm wondering how long it takes us to get to, what is it? Dawnmeg is the dungeon? Of course. Oh, and then give the water to the Leafmen. Pristine water drawn from Longmere Lake. Yeah, the Leafmen is one of the more disturbing aspects of the Pixies. Like, otherwise they just seem like little kids that just want to play and have fun all the time. You know, what is it, the Lost Boys from Peter Pan? But then the fact that they turn living people into plants. I wonder, though, if there's any sentience left in them, or it literally just is plants now. You've given water to our children? Thank you ever so much. They're all very dear to us. They wandered into Ilmeg as stray mortals, but we grew attached to them and decided to take them in. You and yours would have been our children too, but the enchantment didn't catch as well as we had hoped. It's never too late, of course. We fairies are very fond of mortals, and it's very sad when they leave, so we simply don't let them. I mean, they're basically like little kids without any, empathy or compassion. Well now, aren't you just brimming with life? I'd love to suck all that ether like nectar from a flower. I'd appreciate it if you didn't. Thank you. East... Well, that wouldn't even be Lala. That... Because I assume that's an I. So, East... Isla's? East Isla's errand. East Isla hungers for your assistance. I'm so hungry I may faint. Fruit. A little fruit will set me aright. Will you go and fetch some for me? Just outside the village you'll find a hillock. 2 great bell trees grow there. If you give them a shake, they should render up their sweet succulent burdens. I don't know what a hillock is. Just seems like 2 trees on a hill. Maybe that's all a hillock is. It's just a hill. A bug comes tumbling down with the fruit. Oh, so hungry. Did you get the fruit? Bell fruit, the sweet and succulent fruit of the bell tree, favored by pixies. Oh, thank you ever so much. You've saved me, hee hee hee. Yes, saved me from my boredom. You should have seen the look on your face when the bugs came down. Hee hee hee. Ah, you've done me a great service, mortal. If there's one thing we pixies are serious about, it's having fun. Dull and painful things? Hate, hate, hate them. Scene eaters are dull and painful both, so we hate them especially. You mortals try to fight those monstrosities, but there's no fun in that. Best to avoid them altogether, we say. Okay, so they just stay away. Thank you for watching this video. Tonight's stream was a lot of fun. We started and finished Ilmeg. The dungeon was fun. Fe'ul is always fun. Always a good time. Next up, we will be heading into Raktika, which is amazing because we'll now finally have Emmett with us. We'll be seeing Y'shtola again. We'll be going to the Bunny Girl village. Really good dungeon there too. Just a lot of good stuff. So I'm really, really looking forward to it. So if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see me live, the link to my Twitch is in the description down below. Thank you again for watching. Have a good one.